All right. Had to format Windows. Had to format my C drive. It's the first time I've done that in years. Because I've been very lucky to be able to upgrade and not have to worry too much about having to do a fresh install every time. But I think I couldn't escape this one. Couldn't escape this one. The very same reason you guys can't escape this video. It would appear, right, that the free weekend is not so free. Okay. Now, if we just checking population size, right, this is probably the biggest I've seen in a long time. And that's because it is free. Right? That is because it is free. Right? Now, this is the interesting part, and it's quite sad. Right? Is that you can't say it's a free weekend and then tell people that they're restricted. The purpose generally of when they run a free weekend, when it comes to at least Steam, is that the entire game is free for you to try out, right? All the gloves are off, all the brakes are off the car, go have fun, right? But it only restricts you to 2 stories, okay? Like 2 story chapters, right? Which is pretty crap, okay? This person here says, you know, it's only 2 chapters, probably not going to bother downloading. Why would they do that? Why not let people try the full game for the weekend? I figure, as in most fighters, the real fun is fighting other players at your skill level online. Why not let people get hooked on what is most fun about your product? Right? Copying from another discussion. What content will players have access to during the MK1 free trial weekend? The trial version of MK1 includes access to all online and local multiplayer modes. The first 2 chapters of story mode, Johnny Cage's Mansion tutorial Mesa in Invasions mode, access to the base roster of playable characters. So you don't even get to try out the DLC to give you a sniff. You know what I'm saying? Just a whiffy, right? You can't even have that. Right? You can't, it doesn't even want you to have that. Right? I think that's pretty terrible. Okay? It's basically a demo. Right? A glorified demo. Now, somebody says here, why would they do that? Why not let blah, blah, blah. I mean, I kind of get it. If you could play through the whole campaign and then what would be a reason for you to buy after? Sucks, but it is what it is. Well, yeah, I understand that, but again, free. When they run these sorts of things on Steam, at the very least on Steam, you have full access to the game, right? It gives you a really good indication that you can, you know, go, yep, I'll try this, no, and maybe buy it or not. And that, I think, is how much or how little faith they have in their product, right? It's a demo weekend. Yep, it's a demo. You cannot say free game. Look, let's go back, right? Let's go back. Free play weekend. Can somebody explain to me what free play weekend means? Free play means free to play. It means that you can download this dumbass game and play it for free. Right? So it's false advertising. Otherwise, they should have come out and said this is a limited trial or a glorified demo. Either way, people aren't happy, right? There was one dude. I think there was one person that was actually getting disconnected when they were playing the story. Right, and I've had that too. When I first played the story with my son, we actually got disconnected at about 3/4 of the way through playing the story because the internet cut out. Right, like that's just crap. Apparently, Nonstop says here Street Fighter allows you to pick if you want to download story mode. Kind of crazy. MK1 doesn't do that. Free weekend demo sucks. They even blocked the story content for 1 hour duration and gave 8 free fights. To be honest, this game sucks. MK11 is better in all aspects. I'd rather wait for it to be completely unlocked than wasting €60 on it. Game has really bad performance history, mastery level for every character, allows you to get brutality, blah, blah, blah. But we know that's a hell of a grind. Although, I'd have to check myself. It was a hell of a grind, but apparently they fixed the XP. So I've got to look into that and see, right? So, you know, it is essentially a glorified demo or a limited limited trial, or time trial, if you will, if you're including time as the days, I suppose. Achievements and free weekend. It looks like you can't get any while playing the game during this trial period. Can anyone confirm or deny that? They let you play only 2 chapters on story mode, so anyway you can't get achievements for 50%, 100% of the story. Yeah, but there's other achievements in the game, right? There's other achievements in the game. Now, I'm assuming that this is the same way. I'm assuming this is the exact same way over on the consoles as well. Right? Now, it does say ends in 2 days. If I click play game, it's going to launch the game. Right? 40% off ain't going to save this game. I tell you what, they didn't make it 50% off because 50% sounds more desperate. Right? Let's be clear here. I don't think this is going to convert people, right? I'm not seeing a whole lot of people, you know. I'm not seeing a lot of people getting like super amped about this, right? Not seeing like posts going, "This is the greatest fighting game I've ever played." Drocker6 says, "I mean, they're not going to give you a free €70 game plus online as the reason to play it. Why not? It's a free play weekend. Free play. Product, entirely free for you to play. How's that hard to understand? Right? Should have been accurate. So, and that's the thing. See, this is the other thing too, right? Is that they obviously, you know, when they announced this shit, they didn't announce it immediately either. You notice that? They didn't come out and go, by the way, there's going to be a free play weekend from March 7th to March 10th. By the way, you can only do 2 story chapters. You can't get any achievements. And, yeah. Right. Free to experience, 30 frames locked with desync multiplayer. 30 frames content, no proper ultra wide support, such as 3840 by 1600. It's not 21:9 or 2410. And 3440 by 1440. It's also not 21:9. It's 43 by 18 aspect ratio. Even MK11 patches problems away. If yet to see that with MK1, such a shame. Yeah, that's correct. We don't have an 60 FPS patch for the fatal blows, the menus, the invasions, for the fatalities, for the intros and outros. The only time it's 60 frames is within the fight itself. When you when it goes round 1 fight, after fight, it's 60 frames. Well, actually, it's the lead up to that. Obviously, round 1 fight is obviously, you know what I'm saying, right? Once you actually start moving, you notice that it's 60 frames, right? Petition to get better. No, don't bother about that. Don't even waste your time, right? 120 gigabytes to play for 3 days. Are you mad? No way I'm touching this. Not even to leave a negative review for how you killed Mortal Kombat. I really like this game. No one cares. Is it possible to beat single player during the weekend? No. You only got access to the first 2 story modes. Again, false advertising. Again, they don't announce this when they first announced the free-to-play weekend, right? It is a limited trial or a glorified demo. Take your pick. Take your pick, Rick. Right? I'll install it. Rain does look fun, but I don't need to feel bad spending much just to see if I'll like the game. 2 hours for refund. It's a little to judge. Only 2 chapters, no thanks. That's what I saw on the internet. Can you play online? Yeah, I'm assuming you can play online. Right? Yep. No, well, this is the weird, like, nobody's expecting it for free for lifetime. Nobody's expecting that at all. But when you say free-to-play weekend, and then you have massive restrictions on it, including not access to any of the DLC characters, right? The full game is 120 gig, right? So you're basically downloading the entire game in the grand hope that you'll go spend the money to unlock the rest of it. Right. So, you know. Oh, what a tragedy. What a great Greek tragedy. Right. Anyway. Catch you next time.